It says here you work as a wedding singer.
I was.
How many ended in divorce?
Simon Cowell, from school dropout to global icon. Yep, that sharp-tongued judge from American Idol, The X Factor, and America's Got Talent. But behind the fame and success, Simon's story is full of missteps, failures, heartbreak, and some terrifying close calls. Early struggles, from classroom failure to rock bottom. He flunked out of school, dropped out of college, and teachers thought he was lazy. On top of that, he couldn't even get a job. Even Simon admitted that he was useless at everything except chasing music. Desperate, he leaned on his father to get him a job in the EMI music publishing mailroom. Every day was a reminder that he was delivering mail to the powerful executives living his dream. In the mid-'80s, he finally risked it all and co-founded Fanfare Records. For one brief, shining moment, Simon had a hit with Sunita's So Macho, but success vanished as quickly as it came. By 1989, Fanfare collapsed.
When I had the hit, I owed the bank £500,000 and I'm broke.
At 29 years old, Simon Cowell was broke, humiliated, and sleeping back in his childhood bedroom with just €5 to his name.
Oh no!
He clawed his way back into the industry through BMG, signing quirky acts like the Teletubbies. Yes, the Teletubbies, which surprisingly hit the charts.
Yay!
Things were looking up. By the early 2000s, his real breakthrough came.
Pop Idol, American Idol, X Factor, Got Talent. That's it, I think.
These shows reshaped modern television, creating stars and making Simon Cowell one of the most influential and feared figures in the entertainment industry. Just when Simon seemed untouchable, life threw him a couple of huge curveballs. August 2020. So Simon has been very public about his loves for bikes. He was testing a powerful new e-bike at his Malibu home when he lost control. Simon was thrown off the bike and shattered his back in multiple places. Surgeons had to insert a metal rod to stabilize his spine.
So I've still got this rod in my back and I've got like screws. Yeah, I'm seriously. I mean, the scar's like that big.
Cut to February 2022. Another e-bike crash, this time in London. Simon went flying over the handlebars, smashing his face and narrowly avoiding breaking his neck. Recovery was grueling. Those back-to-back accidents forced him to slow down and reflect. As if multiple near-death experiences weren't enough, Simon was blindsided in 2023 by a viral death hoax online. Headlines falsely claiming he had died. Another death hoax appeared just this August 2025. It was all over social media. The news, millions of people saw it. The rumors flew, and for someone who had already come within inches of death, those rumors weren't funny. Despite every single one of these setbacks, Simon didn't let failure or tragedy define him. He pushed through rehab, rebuilt his strength, and returned to TV with a new perspective. So, where is he now? Simon is globally recognized for his ability to discover successful new music artists, but the best part of all this success? Simon says that it's his son, Eric, who was born on Valentine's Day 2014. Simon Cowell's journey is proof that even the strongest fall, and sometimes almost don't get back up. He has been broke, bankrupt, heartbroken, nearly paralyzed, and even falsely declared dead. And yet, he rose up to the top. He's learned that resilience isn't about avoiding tragedy, it's about refusing to let tragedy be the last chapter. So, where do you think Simon will go next? Do you think his son Eric might have Simon's same passion for the music industry? And are you scared of getting on a bike now? Just kidding, kind of. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching What's Hot. I'm Gabrielle. Follow me on Instagram at Gabrielle_FU. See you next time.
G'day and welcome to Australia Zoo.
And watching you and Bindi just having the most incredible time, lighting up the dance floor, and I just thought, one day that's gonna be me. I had these little dreams going, one day, and now that dream is a reality and I am over the moon. Let's do this.
Okay, real talk. Did you have Robert Irwin, underwear model, reality TV king, and certified thirst trap on your 2025 bingo card? Okay, because I certainly didn't. This man just came sprinting out of the Australia Zoo, ditched the khakis, and fully entered his sexy era, and no one was ready. Like, seriously, the internet is currently in a state of emergency after Robert Irwin, yes, the Robert Irwin, son of legendary crocodile hunter Steve Irwin, popped out with a brand new gig that I don't think anyone saw coming. Underwear model. I'm talking full Bonds undies, full abs, full reptile accessories. This wasn't just a photo shoot, dare I say? This was an event, a lifestyle, a call to thirst? Okay, but before we get into that absolutely unhinged photo of him shirtless with a literal snake wrapped around his neck, let's take it back for a sec. I'm into Sarah Karshood, and you're watching What's Hot. Okay, so you already know the Irwin family, right? They're basically Aussie royalty. Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter himself, was a global icon. Wildlife conservationist, fearless adventurer, and an absolute legend. Now, tragically, he did pass away in 2006 when his son Robert was just 2 years old after he took a stingray injury to the heart during a documentary shoot.
This week for Steve Irwin, the world's best-known Australian, luck ran out. Experts are saying that he was just too close when the ray lashed out.
Guys, I mean, the whole world was mourning the loss of one of the most lovable, fearless, khaki-wearing humans ever to live. Now, since then, Robert has been putting in the work to carry on his legacy. I'm talking everything from rescuing animals to recreating some of his dad's most iconic moments, photo poses included. He's even been bitten by the exact same type of snake as Steve because apparently history really likes to repeat itself. Like what? Are the snakes in on this?
Nearly killed both of us.
There's a good snake. When I first found this guy, there is no way
You've probably seen him on Crikey, It's the Irwins, the family reality show where he works side by side with his mom Terry and his sister Bindi at the Australia Zoo. He's also been a huge force in Scouts Australia as a teenager, trying to inspire the next generation to care about wildlife, which, let's be honest, that's already incredible. Conservation king. And let's not forget, he's currently hosting I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in Australia, where he's casually making celebs face their fears in the wilderness. Spiders, snakes, chaos, and all with a cheeky smile and a perfect blowout. Multitasking. So obviously, this guy's been busy, but nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared fans for the pivot he pulled. Robert Irwin, that wholesome zoo dude with a heart of gold, is now a full-on Bonds underwear model. I think I practically heard the collective internet gasp. Partnering with Aussie rapper TK Maidza, the man is straight up giving sexy Steve Irwin meets Zoolander in the Outback. Robert's rocking abs, that chiseled jawline, and of course the most dangerous accessory of all, a giant snake slithering across his bare chest. Then he's got a spider dancing along his bicep, a monitor lizard giving him a hug. Okay, who approved this? Who do I thank? It's sexy. It's slightly terrifying. It's peak Irwin. Did he casually reveal the news by walking out shirtless with a snake wrapped around his chest, greeting Julianne and Derek Hoff like it was just another Thursday at the zoo? Absolutely he did. You know, just normal Dancing with the Stars promo stuff. But this isn't just some random gig for Robert. It's a dream come true for him because he grew up watching his sister Bindi Irwin absolutely slay and take home the Mirrorball Trophy in season 21 with none other than Derek Hoff. And get this, at 11 years old, he even served as an adorable little preteen guest announcer on the show.
Would you, as a celebrity, would you do it?
Definitely, I would love to.
Can you imagine how good this would be?
That would be so much fun.
What?
Now, the 21-year-old is coming for the trophy shirtless and snake-clad. That's a full circle moment if we've ever seen one. Maybe manifesting really does work. Let's be honest, with a body like that, he's already halfway there. We don't know if he can dance yet, but if there's one thing the Irwins are good at, it's committing to the bit. And let's not act like a shirtless tango wouldn't send the fan votes flying. Okay, but here's the real tea. Robert Irwin is rewriting the rulebook on what it means to be a public figure in 2025. He's not picking one lane, he's in all of them. Animal rescuer, reality TV host, thirst trap icon, Dancing with the Stars hopeful, and somehow he's doing it all without losing the sweet, grounded energy that made the world fall in love with his family in the first place. You know what I mean? He's doing what very few people in 2025 are pulling off, which is making conservation cool. He's making wildlife protection mainstream, making snakes sexy. He's showing us that you can be deeply passionate about the planet and go viral in your underwear. That you can love animals and have abs. Is it safe to say that he's the reboot of masculinity that no one saw coming? Because he's not just stepping out of his father's shadow, he's dancing through it, modeling in it, and turning it into something totally his own. Might Bonds drop a Robert-only underwear line? Should the snakes get their own talent agent? All right, sound off in the comments, guys, because I want to hear for you. Are you going to be voting for Robert this season? Are you emotionally prepared for him to dance the cha-cha shirtless? And okay, be honest, how many of you, like me, are going to be watching Dancing with the Stars for the first time in years? All right, thank you so much for joining us, beautiful people, and make sure to follow and subscribe to us on all platforms at Talent Recap. If you want to follow me, I'm at Intisara Kershute on all platforms. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm Intisara, and now you know what's hot. Let's not pretend America's Got Talent isn't one of the wildest shows on TV. One second, you're watching a guy in a straitjacket voluntarily spin swords at his head. The next, a 10-year-old walks on stage and sings like she's been through 3 divorces and a world tour. But out of the hundreds of acts that have hit the stage, only a few have gone truly viral. We're talking millions of views, entire timelines flooded, group chats buzzing, and reactions like, wait, this person was on AGT? I thought they were just famous. So who is the most viral AGT contestant of all time? Let's count them down. Let's just say, even if you weren't alive in 2016, you remember Grace VanderWaal. The 12-year-old walked on stage looking like she got lost on the way to middle school band practice. Then she started singing, and within seconds, the entire audience was floored. She sang an original song called I Don't Know My Name, played the ukulele like a pro, and had a voice that sounded like a mix of Sia and a literal angel.
I don't know my name.
Judge Howie Mandel hit the golden buzzer, and just like that, Grace became a national obsession. Her audition racked up millions of views and made her a viral icon overnight. She went on to win season 11, dropped her debut album Just the Beginning in 2017, and toured with Imagine Dragons like it was no big deal. Then she made her acting debut in Disney Plus's Stargirl, playing the lead role. Grace wasn't just a viral moment, she was a full-blown career launch. In April 2025, she dropped her second full-length album, Child Star, and she's on tour again. Viral level, timeless. Still trending years later. Next up, the queen of multitasking, Darcy Lynn Farmer. Imagine being 12 and not only singing on key, but doing it with your mouth closed. Her singing ventriloquist act was flawless, hilarious, and just straight up entertaining.
I tell you what's important, Darcy. I'm going to remember you in a week and a month and a year.
She earned a golden buzzer and quickly became one of the most watched contestants in AGT history. Her clips went viral across YouTube, Facebook, and eventually TikTok as people discovered and rediscovered her talent. Darcy won season 12 and didn't fade away like so many reality stars do. She returned again in 2024 for AGT Fantasy League, proving she still had it. During the pandemic, she started writing her own music and recently released her debut single, Push Our Luck, showing off her growth as a true artist. She's matured, switched gears, and she is now navigating the music industry with her own voice. Viral level, from novelty act to legit artist. You can't talk about viral AGT contestants without mentioning Cody Lee. His season 14 audition didn't just go viral, it went global. Cody, who is blind and autistic, stepped onto the stage with his mom, sat down at the piano, and delivered a performance so powerful, so emotional, and so perfectly executed, it felt like a once-in-a-lifetime moment. His rendition of A Song for You had the audience in tears.
10,000 people watching, yeah.
That clip, over 300 million views. It's one of the most watched audition videos in AGT history, and for a good reason. Cody went on to win his season, and then kept showing up in AGT spin-offs like All Stars and Fantasy League. Now, he headlines the AGT Superstars live show in Las Vegas. And every time he performs, it's just as impactful as that first audition. Viral level, legendary, instant classic. This one's fresh, like 2024 fresh. Say hello to Richard Goodall, the janitor from Indiana who just casually came on AGT and sang Don't Stop Believin' like he'd been hiding a stadium-level voice this whole time. Everyone expected like a cute, heartwarming moment. Instead, he opened his mouth and bodied a Journey song like he was born for the stage. The audience lost their minds. The judges were shook and TikTok went feral. Richard went on to win season 19, but here's the wild part. He's still working as a janitor back home. Richard's just vibing, taking time off here and there to perform across the country, but staying grounded. It's giving humble king energy, and the internet cannot get enough of him. Viral level, janitor by day, rock star by night. It's time to switch it up with a group act that brought the drama. Zerkero, the Austrian acrobat dance crew that made every single jaw drop in season 13, deserves way more credit for their viral power. They didn't just do flips, they told stories with their movement. They snagged the golden buzzer from Tyra Banks, a serve, honestly. And even though they were runners-up, they won the internet. Their performances were so cinematic and unreal that people started watching them over and over just to try to figure out how it was even physically possible. Fun fact, they were already low-key famous before AGT after getting the golden buzzer on France's Got Talent. So yeah, they're internationally viral. These days, they're still touring around the globe, leaving crowds in awe from Saudi Arabia to Monaco. Viral level, defying gravity and logic. All right, let's break it down. If we're talking pure numbers, Cody Lee has the most viral audition ever with over 300 million views. If we're talking long-term career and mainstream crossover, Grace VanderWaal arguably came out of AGT the biggest winner. Darcy Lynn had a golden buzzer moment that turned into a fan base she still holds today. Richard Goodall might be the most wholesome viral moment the show's had in years. And Zerkero brought something so original, they had fans around the world searching their name on repeat. But the real question is, who do you think the most viral AGT contestant ever is? Everyone's got that one act that they personally will never forget. Whether it made you cry, made you gasp, or made you hit replay 10 times in a row, we want to hear it. So drop your comments and let's settle this once and for all. Thank you so much for joining us, beautiful people, and make sure to follow and subscribe to us on all platforms at Talent Recap. If you want to follow me, I am at Intisara Karshoot on all platforms. And now you know what's hot.
And we have some breaking news.
Quote, aggressive man
Just into CNN.
who could be under the influence
Of the former boy band One
of
Direction
drugs or alcohol.
has died.
Seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone.
Everyone with a phone and a pair of eyeballs has heard of the former One Direction star's tragic death after falling from a balcony in Argentina this past October. And I know I'm not the only Directioner that was crying into my pillow at night about it. After his run as a teeny bopper heartthrob, the singer went on to lead quite a controversial solo career. Payne's journey is a roller coaster of fame, fortune, and personal battles. But what happened to the boy band star who once had the world on his feet? Keep listening for brand new information that just dropped. I'm Inti Karshoot, here to share with you what's hot. So first, let's rewind the clock a little bit. Liam Payne was most definitely not a Nepo baby born into the spotlight, but actually began his career as a little 14-year-old with a Justin Bieber circa 2009 haircut.
You look a little bit like Justin Bieber.
I like that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Auditioning for and ultimately getting rejected from the X Factor.
It was good, it wasn't fantastic. I've made a decision. It's bad news.
I don't care if that's not fair.
How you doing?
But major kudos to him because he definitely did not give up there. He came back in 2010 with the kind of confidence that I at least definitely wish I had during my quarter-life crisis. At 17, he auditioned again, this time alongside 4 other dudes whose name might be somewhat familiar: Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik.
You know what, they're just too talented to get rid of. And they've got just the right look and the right charisma on stage. Right.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think that he would definitely shine. He could actually maybe be the leader.
He's good. He's consistent.
That looks good.
That looks great.
It looks unbelievable.
And just like that, One Direction was born. But the gag is, they didn't even win the X Factor. They totally won at life because these guys took over the freaking world.
One Direction came third. People think we won. We didn't win, we came third. We lost. But you did it. We didn't lose.
By 2012, One Direction was ruling the charts and practically living in the top spot. Albums like Take Me Home and Midnight Memories had the squad on an endless tour around the globe, turning stadiums into mini mosh pits of fangirls. And with classic hits like Little Things,
I won't let these little things slip out of my mouth.
And Live While We're Young,
Tonight, let's get some and live while we're young.
it felt like Liam and the boys were going to stay on top forever. Now, here's where things get interesting. While the rest of the boys could be known to be somewhat of jokesters, Liam was slowly turning into a little more of the dad of the group.
He was always the daddy. That's why I got the name as Daddy Direction.
The dad of the group.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Daddy of the group used to be anyway, but we've corrupted him a little bit.
I mean, this dude was making sure everyone was on time for interviews and generally just taking care of the band like a dad would. But it wasn't just Liam's personality that was making waves, it was his voice. He had this rich, powerful tone that gave 1D songs a unique edge.
Yeah, tonight changes into something red.
One Direction rode this high for a good few years. They did world tours, countless interviews, and even gave us a series of autobiographies and their This Is Us movie that officially secured their spot in all of our boy band loving hearts. But this isn't a fairy tale. This is real life. And the adorable little kings of pop only reigned for so long. In 2015, Zayn Malik announced his departure from the group, and boom.
Come on now, this is a big shakeup for One Direction Zayn Malik. He's shocking fans by walking away from one of the most popular bands in the world. He says he just wants to have a normal life, and so many are heartbroken.
Let's be real. Zayn's departure hit hard. The entire music world was shook, and the future of One Direction was uncertain. But Liam? He, alongside Harry, Niall, and Louis, picked up the pieces, pushing forward with Made in the AM and hitting fans with tracks like Drag Me Down.
Nobody can drag me down.
Liam was still eating it up, or so it seemed. Shortly after, we were hit with One Direction's hiatus era, where the four remaining boys swore up and down that they just needed a short break from their time together before they would be turned to giving us the pop music that we were all obsessively craving. But that was indeed the demise of One Direction, and we never saw them as a group again. So what next? Well, spoiler alert, it was complicated. Liam released his debut solo single, Strip That Down, featuring Quavo in 2017.
You know I love it when the music's loud, but come on, strip that down for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Strip that down, girl. Love when you hit
But here's the thing, it wasn't a total glow-up. The song definitely did well, but it for sure didn't have the superstar feel that Liam and the rest of One Direction had when they first hit the scene. And as if trying to relaunch his career wasn't enough, Liam's personal life also became somewhat of a hot mess, and everyone was talking. In 2016, he began dating Cheryl. You know, the same judge he auditioned for all those years ago in front of on the X Factor. The internet had a field day with their 10-year age gap. But in 2017, the two had their adorable son, Bear Gray Payne, and we were all a little confused to where that name came from.
When he was born, I think one of the midwives said it, and he had this thing where if they don't have a good cry, they get fluid in the lungs, which is quite serious. So he was like going, "Urgh." And I had like 10 doctors come in the room, and in the end, the guy was just like, "Dude, I'm not being funny. There's nothing wrong with him. He just likes to make a lot of noise." So it just became bad.
Cheryl and Liam only lasted until 2018, which caused fans to wonder if this was all legit or just a PR stunt. Liam also opened up about his mental health and addiction struggles during this period, admitting that fame had taken a serious toll on him.
The problem we had in the band, and I don't blame anybody for this, I don't want to seem like I'm whining or moaning, oh my God, look at my life, whatever. But it feels to me like when we were in the band, the best way to secure us because of how big it got was just lock us in our rooms. And of course, what's in the room? Minibar. So at a certain point, I thought, well, I'm going to have a party for one. And that just seemed to carry on throughout many years of my life. And then you look back, how long you've been drinking and stuff, where you're like, Jesus Christ, that's a long time. Even for someone who's, you know, as young as I was.
In July of 2023, Payne spent a prolonged period of time in a Louisiana rehab facility, and later that year celebrated 6 months sober.
I'm happy to say I'm almost 6 months sober. I'm 6 months sober in literally like 6 days, I think it is, which has been amazing. I'm honestly so happy, and it's so much better.
Fast forward to this past October, just 2 days before Payne's death, his ex-fiancée, Maya Henry, went on a podcast where she dished the tea on their former relationship, calling it abusive. She shared that Liam's struggles with substance abuse took a strong hold on their relationship, and earlier in the year, she actually had to file a cease and desist letter in attempts to get him to stop contacting her.
Because he would always message me, he would always play with death. There was one time I tried to get him help, and then he was like not taking it. And even until my book was coming out, even one of his friends was calling me and my mom being like, this isn't a good time for him. I don't think you should put the book out. And if something happens to him, not only are you going to blame yourself, but the whole world's going to blame you.
Just 2 days later, during his trip to Argentina to see his former bandmate Niall Horan's concert, Liam Payne fell to his death from his hotel balcony. Just prior to his death, a concerned hotel staff member made a 911 call where they reported concern for his erratic behavior. Autopsy reports found alcohol, cocaine, and prescription antidepressants in the singer's body, revealing that his previous struggles with addiction most likely played a role in his demise. Just a few days ago, his girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, spoke publicly for the first time since Liam's passing in an exclusive interview.
He was in such a good headspace, and I never would have thought that this would have happened. I just fully was numb. I just didn't believe it.
Their final texts had been about their new home decor, another run-of-the-mill conversation. Whether you were a fan of Liam's from the early One Direction days or had just hopped on the bandwagon recently from his viral TikToks with his girlfriend, it's safe to say that this passing was absolutely tragic, and a special place will always remain in our hearts for the former One Direction star. Thank you so much for joining us, beautiful people, and make sure to follow and subscribe to us on all platforms at Talent Recap. If you want to follow me, I'm at Inti Karshood on all platforms. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm Inti, and now you know what's hot. Love, heartbreak, cheating, flings, murder, Katy Perry. This sexy and fun California girl and former American Idol judge has stayed relevant with her iconic pop hits that we just can't get out of our heads since the 2000s. But did you know that this girl's been through some wild relationships?
Rank, John Mayer, Diplo, and Orlando Bloom.
Trust me, you probably don't even know the half of it. Maybe you know who she's dated, but what if I told you that some of her breakups were so bad that she got dumped over text? Yeah, seriously. And don't even get me started on how she's low-key slipped her entire love life into her songs.
She told a story about going to Las Vegas with an ex and faking a marriage involving a chapel, minister, and fake certificate.
And did you know she's even had an ex who tragically passed away but was also accused of murder? From mysterious lyrics to silent shade thrown in some hit tracks, Katy's love timeline is way more dramatic than you think. We're diving deep into her relationships, and I promise you, by the end, you're gonna be shook, so stick around for the real tea. Now, I need you to drop your guesses in the comments. Who do you think was the most unforgettable guy in Katy's love story? Let's get into it. I'm Inti Karshood, and you're watching What's Hot. Let's rewind to 2005 to 2006 when Katy Perry was still on the rise and dating Johnny Lewis, the actor you might remember from Sons of Anarchy. This was way before she became a global pop sensation, and they were a total low-key couple. But as we know, fame changes things, and their careers started taking them in different directions, so they called it quits. In a major plot twist, just years later in 2012, Johnny was accused of murdering his landlady and killing himself shortly after. Okay, whoa.
Witnesses told police Lewis appeared to show superhuman strength. There are reports that some sort of drugs were involved.
Katy was left absolutely heartbroken, and fans still wonder if her iconic song, The One That Got Away, is about him. Do you think the song is about Johnny, or is there someone else from her past that is the real one that got away? Next up, we gotta talk about when Katy got with Travie McCoy from Gym Class Heroes.
It didn't work out, and it had a lot to do with me and my struggles and shit.
These two were all on and off between 2006 and 2008, and they were a whole vibe back then. Katy even popped up in his Cupid's Chokehold music video. Okay, talk about relationship goals, right? But by the end of 2008, they split, and Travie confirmed it on his blog. He later opened up, saying that while there's no beef between the two of them now, he regrets the way things ended.
When you have a situation that's out of your hands, like you can't change someone, it's just about not sticking around to kind of like be anchored down by that.
Okay, what do we think this means? Like, what could Travie have done that he regrets? When Katy and Travie McCoy broke up, rumors started swirling that she was secretly involved with Josh Groban. But their teams shot down the relationship talk, but then Josh casually admitted there might have been something there after all.
Did you two date and I didn't realize it? Well, you know, we did.
So was it just a fling, or was there more to the story? Now, here comes a name I know you were all waiting to hear. Russell Brand.
I married him because he's just so hilarious.
Have you married him already?
I mean, that's why I'm marrying him.
Katy Perry married the English actor and comedian in October of 2010 after only a few months of dating in a traditional Hindu ceremony in India. But just 2 years later, in 2012, Russell hit Katy with the ultimate gut punch. He sent her a text saying he was filing for divorce.
I'm living like this life, the very thing that I detest, vapid, vacuous celebrity.
Ending a marriage over text is crazy talk. In a 2013 interview with Vogue, Katy shared that she thinks their marriage went south because Russell couldn't handle her for the girl boss she was.
What I want to create, they'll be accepting and supportive. That fairy tale that I had is not true for me right now.
Fans have been wildly speculating that most of her Prism album is about him, but the only one she straight up confirmed is By the Grace of God.
Let the universe call the bluff, 'cause the truth will set you free.
Do you guys still have beef with this dude over the way he treated Katy? After her divorce from Russell Brand, she jumped into an on-again, off-again relationship with John Mayer from 2012 to 2015. Their chemistry was crazy. They even collabed on their emotional banger, Who You Love, which fans still love.
You never wanna let that feeling go.
But Katy revealed in an interview that John pulled away, and that may have been what caused their split. She also described him as having a beautiful mind but a tortured soul. This for sure left us wondering what possibly could have happened behind the scenes with these two. Now, shortly after her John Mayer split, Katy began to have a ton of dating rumors that we were all speculating about. First, people thought she was with the Twilight hunk Robert Pattinson, but Katy quickly called them just friends. Then, she was spotted with DJ and producer Diplo at Coachella, and the rumors went wild.
Katy Perry.
Oh, that's my friend.
That's my friend.
Knock it off,
was that your girlfriend?
Both of these were shut down, but we really can't help but wonder, did anything actually happen? All right, let's talk about what Katy Perry is up to now. She's currently living her best life with Orlando Bloom, and they've been engaged since 2019. These two first crossed paths at a Golden Globes after party in 2016, and honestly, it was instant chemistry. They made it official soon after, but like any celeb couple, they had a brief split a couple of years later. But now they're back on track and stronger than ever. In 2020, they welcomed their adorable daughter Daisy, and it looks like their love is only getting better. We couldn't be happier for Katy. Do you think this is the one? Let us know in the comments. Katy Perry's love life has been nothing short of a roller coaster, and we've only scratched the surface. From getting dumped over text to writing entire songs about her exes, she's turned heartbreak into music that's stuck in our heads. But now, she's living her best life with Orlando Bloom, and it looks like she's found her happy ending. With their adorable daughter Daisy, Katy's got her dream team in real life. Do you think Orlando's the one for her, or do you think there's another guy who could have been the one? Thank you so much for joining us, beautiful people, and make sure to follow and subscribe to us on all platforms at Talent Recap. If you want to follow me, I'm at Inti Kershute on all platforms. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm Inti, and now you know what's hot.
They were the first act this season of America's Got Talent and walked away with Mel B's Golden Buzzer. The terrifying, viral, dangerous Messoudi brothers sit down with Talent Recap to reveal the side you didn't see on TV. Hey guys, how are you? It's so nice to have you here. We want to ask you a whole bunch of questions, and I want to start with this one. It's no secret that you guys were on AGT in season 14, so how has the experience been returning to stage?
Returning to stage on AGT has been amazing. It's like so much memories came back, so many different experiences. It's been exciting, I think so. It's been really well. I think our video went so viral, and like so many great comments, so much love and support from all of the American fan base that we have over here. I think it's nice because we were already over here in 2019, and so people they saw the hand-to-hand act, and what I really like is that they realized that what we're doing is something completely different. Like, we're not coming back and doing more acrobatics or physical stuff. It's like a bit more crazy and fun, and that they can see that and they still love it as much as they loved it, or maybe even more. I really like that.
You guys have been on so many Got Talents, like France, Germany, Italy, Australia. How does America compare?
For America's different. It's so big. It's crazy how big it is. Like we've just did France again, because we now, I think America's now like 14th or 15th Got Talent round that we've done. Coming back now to America, it's really, you feel it's Hollywood, you feel it's America. It's like everything is bigger, everything is better, everything is more excited. The camera team. The whole team working on AGT is massive. The theater is really big, and then plus you got the really cool, like it's always Simon Cowell. You come and you see Simon Cowell, also kind of exciting. And then Terry's there. I think AGT is just another level. It's like the other places are really cool, but they can't compete with America's Got Talent. It's something different.
Is it scarier then as well?
Yeah, much more scary.
You earned the golden buzzer from Mel B. So did she end up telling you anything special or gave you any advice to go on to the next round?
No, we haven't had the chance to talk to her yet. We just got in, and I'm sure she's so busy. We've been really busy in Europe as well. Hopefully we'll get to see her before the next round and get to chat and catch up.
Your third brother, did he give you any advice going into this audition?
Yeah, of course. He's part of our company, and we're the ones who present the act, but he's still the creative and everything. So we still work together full time. It's just like this juggling routine. He's not in it, but like we just flew in from Barcelona where we were working with him for 2 weeks, and so he's been helping us come up with the ideas. And like day to day, you don't tend to see the improvements yourself, or if something's going the wrong way instead of the right way. So to have him seeing it from the side is always so much more important.
So he is still a part of this group. It has not turned into a duo. It is still a trio, right?
We're the Messoudi Brothers Entertainment Company, and we perform all around the world. We also do other stuff. In private parties, we incorporate like the guests to do stuff with us, to do acrobatics with us, like we did with Terry in the first round, in the audition round of season 14, or like what we did with Juliana in the semi-finals. And we're working on putting like our own full-time show together so we can like do the world tour with it. And he's like, it's like three of us. It's Messoudi Brothers is the three of us.
So you mentioned a tour?
Yeah, we haven't started planning the tour yet because we're still quite for the next three to 4 years. But we're hoping that like towards the end of our artistic career, when we've worked in like all of the biggest places, or like what were our dreams when we were young, like the Royal Variété 220, and we just came from, before Barcelona, we was in Paris in the Moulin Rouge. So like we're still having fun working on these stages that are kind of like prestigious in our community.
Your act takes clearly an incredible amount of strength and trust. So can you give me a rundown on what your training and preparation looks like for that?
Are you talking about the juggling now? But honestly, the hand-to-hand, like that's where we gave most of our energy. And I think being on stage all the time, it teaches you how to do anything on stage. Like we recently was on France's Got Talent, and the jury, he said to us like, "Wow, you was here 4 or 5 years ago and you did the hand-to-hand, and I thought like you guys couldn't do anything better, but now you came, you did the juggling, and it's just the same level." And he said like, "I'm sure that if you come back in another 5 years with a lasso act or a dog act, it would be just good." So we kind of say like it's easy. It's definitely not easy. It's definitely hard because all of the years of practice and being on stage, but it's not really like a danger act where we're gonna fall or we're gonna get hurt or something. Like when you see us falling and stuff, that's us being like showmen. We like add an extra, like we're entertainers. It's kind of like the WWE. It's not fake, it's real, but it's like we're showmen.
So going into that, I personally wanted to ask, did you get any injuries during training, particularly for the knife act?
In fact, we didn't actually practice it because we normally do it with juggling clubs. We have these normal clubs, and we got the knives working in the show in Italy, so we didn't have so much time. And also we were scared. We wasn't not scared, but like we didn't want to really get cut by the knives or get hit by them. So we was kind of, okay, let's try it one time. We tried it one time back home, and then the second time was on stage on AGT.
So what keeps you motivated to keep pushing the boundaries of what you do as a trio?
Our parents, they started with acrobatics, and when we all was born, like each of us was 2 years old when we joined. That was the last one. So now it's basically 29 years we're working together. And over those 29 years, you stop looking for like the goals that you want to reach, because when we was younger, it was like, okay, we need to be the best actor, or we need to work on this stage, we need to do this. And you're so focused on all that type of things. But over the time, you get so much
like really nice messages from fans and all these type of things, and it starts to open up your like the mind to a different side of it. So to give like spread a little bit more joy through life.
What would you do if you won the $1 million?
I think we'd use it to invest into the world tour that we want. Of course, it's going to cost a lot to get out there, so we're making money and saving up for that. But like that would just like give us such a big advantage.
Is there any sort of act one of you wants to try, but the other brothers doesn't want to?
If there's an act that is good for one of us, it's kind of like we understand. So we're like, okay, that's maybe an act that you should do, or that's maybe an act we should do together.
We're really similar as well. So like we like the same things. We don't like aerial acts, like because we both afraid of heights. We like to keep our feet on the ground. I really want to move into comedy as thing one, because I love to make people laugh, and I think when I go to a show, it's what I most like. But I think we're quite similar on that, and we both kind of pushing to do that. We like what we call hand luggage acts, where you can like just the hand luggage and jump on a plane and go. I was watching the audition of the not the audition, the round of the Junglissimo yesterday, and I was thinking like, oh my god, like they're really good, but they must have a lot of luggage because they have so many clubs. Like, there's two of us that got 3 clubs or 3 knives, and there's like 8 of them, and they must have about 100 clubs.
So then how many suitcases do you guys bring to AGT?
We don't have suitcases. Hand luggage.
2?
Also, I don't know if you remember, but when we were doing judge cuts, we flew over, we checked in luggage, and we flew through Istanbul, and they lost our luggage. So we arrived, and we were talking with our producers, and we was like, listen, we actually arrived a day later because something went wrong with the plane. So we arrived, and the show had already begun. And we were waiting for our luggage, and it wouldn't come. And in the end, they just said, like, okay, what do you guys need to work? And we said, like, we need 4 suits that are quite elastic. We was trying all the different sizes on, and then they just, like, kind of tucked them together with, like, those plastic staples. Yeah, and we were doing, like, our acrobats, and they were breaking. It was a nightmare. So since then, we try and, like, put everything in hand luggage so we know, like, we have it and nothing, they can't lose it.
We was doing Arab's Got Talent at exactly the same time. Yeah, we just landed, did the show here, and then directly after here flew back and did the finals.
We didn't sleep that night. It was like sleepless for 40 hours, and we didn't get to rehearse on stage. Like we didn't get to see the lights before. And like for acrobats, it's really important because you need to have like good ground lights so that you can keep your balance and stuff. It was really challenging, but it's one of my favorite rounds we did. It's the one where our dad joined us as well.
I want to know, why are you both wearing Alex Zinger shirts?
Because Alex Zinger fans. Yeah.
Oh yeah? Why?
We were in the first round with him. Like in auditions when we flew over, and we just hang out for 3 days. So we're like cool friends with him, and
I just love how crazy he is.
We saw his shirt and we asked him like what it is and that, and he said like, yeah, he's selling them and that, and he said like, oh, I'll give you one.
He signed them for us. My one says good for them,
which is actually like if you see our golden buzzer piece right at the end, it's like they cut to Alex and he says good for them. So I got him to sign that there with his little signature. Awesome. He added that. And I've had a lot.
Sometimes I don't even make it. If I think me also.
Like we've been on stage since we were 2, so like we still get nervous before big shows like AGT, but I think that one's kind of equal.
Even when you're calm, if you see the other ones start to be nervous, you see how they start walking in their patterns. After so many years, you just understand it. I like my McDonald's.
He doesn't work out that much. I work out like twice a day, and he still has more abs than me. So. This is my room. I just have 2 beds. Our older brother is married.
Our older brother, yeah. Our single.
And that's your talent recap.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something interesting and new, and we'll see you next time.
Hi, my name is Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood! And action!
It's all about Kelly. Love her.
9:25 here in future.
Who is more successful, Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood? As you know, these two American Idol queens have dominated the music industry, but did you know that Carrie Underwood's debut album completely outsold Kelly Clarkson's debut album by over 1 million copies in the first week? Damn, now that's some tea. But does that mean Carrie is the more successful Idol queen? Well, I guess we're gonna have to find out. Today, we're not just gonna compare who has more Grammys, more records sold, but the biggest question that I was the most interested in was, dun, 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 who's got more money? By the end of this video, you will have the final say, so stay tuned for the end for the big comparison and let me know who you think is more successful. Kelly Clarkson versus Carrie Underwood, the battle. So let's get into it. Where did these two queens come from and who wears the crown today? Carrie Underwood was born in Messoudi, Oklahoma, or however you say it, and she grew up on a small farm. Carrie was a small town girl who loved singing country music ever since she was little, and she always was the star at school talent shows and local fairs. Carrie, onto, no pun intended, to her huge win on American Idol in 2005, which of course changed the trajectory of her life forever and paved her stairway to stardom. Her win marked the beginning of a huge country career to come, but what she didn't know was that she entered into a career that was always going to be compared to another female American Idol successor. And who might that be? Miss Kelly Clarkson. But how many Grammys does Carrie have over Kelly? I'm gonna tell you.
Kelly Clarkson is addressing her alleged beef with Carrie Underwood.
People always pit us together, and we don't even know each other well enough to be pitted together. Like, literally, we've run into each other a handful of times.
Before Miss Kelly Clarkson graced us with her talent, she was known as a rock chick in high school from Burleson, Texas, and dreamed of making it big in the music world. She wasn't just some singer in a small town like Carrie. She knew she was destined for something bigger. Kelly's big break came when she stood as the very first winner of American Idol in 2002. That's a sick achievement. She was just 20 years old when she won, and on the contrary, Carrie was 21. Would you say that Kelly Clarkson has more brownie points since she rose to fame a little sooner than Carrie? There's more to find out. Let's get the rest of the tea.
Some hearts, they just have it so easy. Some hearts just get lucky sometimes.
Carrie Underwood released her first album, Some Hearts, in 2005, entering the Billboard charts with 315,000 copies sold, debuting at #1 on the Billboard Top Country Albums, and at #2 on the Billboard 200. But wait a minute, Miss Kelly Clarkson got some stats too, so let's do it. Kelly's Thankful album, released in April of 2003, managed to debut at #1 on the Billboard 200, which is better than #2, but with 297,000 copies sold versus Carrie's 315,000. So are you choosing Billboard stats over copies sold? I've got some biggest wins to talk about for these two legends, and then let me know what you think. Carrie Underwood's success story is a textbook example of how to dominate the country music scene. All in all, she won 7 Grammy Awards, including Best New Artist in 2007. She has over 70 million records sold worldwide. Yeah, you heard that right, 70 million. She's also won 13 Billboard Music Awards, 16 American Country Music Awards, and even more. Keeps going.
Hi, my name is Carrie Underwood, and I won Best Roots Gospel Album tonight with My Savior.
Her 2018 holiday album, My Gift, even topped the Billboard 200, making her the first woman to ever debut a Christmas album at #1. We love that. Round of applause. Carrie also ventured into the world of acting, starring in films like The Sound of Music Live, which was huge. But now, it's only right to bring out some juicy stats from Miss Kelly Clarkson too. So let's keep adding to that pros and cons list between the two.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah,
She's unbelievable. She really is one of the greatest vocalists that there ever has been ever.
For Kelly Clarkson, despite her pop appeal, has a major range that extends far beyond just country vibes.
Nobody pray for me, even when they for me. You're not next to me.
Kelly has 3 Grammy Awards, including Best Pop Vocal Album for her Stronger album. She has over 25 million albums sold worldwide, with songs that have become timeless classics. Her hit, Since You've Been Gone, we all know that one, has charted for years. I know we danced to that in the clip.
Since you've been gone, since you've been gone.
Kelly's also been nominated for Billboard Music Awards, People's Choice Awards, and tons of others. Not to mention, The Kelly Clarkson Show has become one of the most popular daytime talk shows in America. A whole daytime talk show? No, that's cool. Does that add any extra brownie points for you? Guys, I forgot to mention, dun, 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 net worth, hello, the money. Kelly has a net worth of 35 mil, and Carrie's is 140 mil. Now that's a lot of bread. And we carry on. So we've got one idol queen with a country background, Miss Carrie, and one with a more pop rock vibe, Miss Kelly. Both of these women came out of American Idol with big dreams, and they wasted no time turning those dreams into reality, honey.
Fancy cars that go very fast, you know they never last, no, no. Fancy cars that go very fast, you know they never last, no, no. 'Cause I can't make you love me.
'Cause I can't make you love me.
So the question remains, who is more successful? Is it Miss I dug my key into the, or Since You've Been Gone? Open chat. If you have to choose one song to sing at the party, which one are you choosing? Both are so good, guys. I have no idea. What if one day I'm feeling like digging my key into his car, but the other day I wanted to scream being able to breathe since you've been gone? I don't know, y'all. It's a little hard. But I'm actually curious about their followers. Hang on a second. Let's see what Instagram has to say. All right, Kelly's got 7.6 mil. We love. Whew. Carrie's coming in hot with 13.2. I'm guessing the world might have been feeling digging their keys into a car a bit more. That's what I think. But what do you think? Who takes home the success crown? Miss Carrie Underwood with her 7 Grammys, 70 million records sold, and country music reign? Or Kelly Clarkson being the first winner ever on American Idol, owning her own daytime talk show, and conquering a career that extends beyond country? The choice is yours. Let me know in the comments below. I'm so excited to hear what you all have to think. Who do you think is the more successful idol queen? Let me hear all of your thoughts. I want to read them. I'm gonna read them. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more videos where we dive deep into the lives of your favorite stars. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow Talent Recap on all social media platforms. For more news on your favorite celebrity entertainment, go to talentrecap.com. If you want to follow me on IG, it's at DesmariahXX. I'm your host, Desmariah, and now you know what's hot.
Breaking news, the victims of a double homicide in Encino have been identified as an American Idol.
There's news today in the murder of an American Idol.
It started with a 911 call, a voice whispering on the phone, "Please, don't shoot me." 4 days later, a major American Idol figure and her husband were found dead in their California home, shot in the head, execution style. Now friends and Idol fans across the world want to know, who was the man behind this murder? What was his motive? But most importantly, how did they not stop this totally preventable tragedy? I'm Sofia Matos, and before we break down all the chilling details of this murder and the crime scene, let's take a step back and meet Robin Kay from American Idol.
On Idol, I have a whole team. I have a whole staff of 4 that are, amazing. They get the job done. They work hard. In the spring, we get into the live shows where we're working very closely with the contestants and helping them navigate this crazy thing they're going through and helping them find the songs that are going to showcase the best. And
Robin Kay, longtime American Idol executive, wasn't a household name. You didn't see her on the screen, but to everyone who worked off the screen on American Idol, she was the backbone. For over 15 years, she was the music supervisor in Idol, the person behind the scenes fighting for contestants to be able to sing the songs they loved. I know you guys may not be familiar, but this is a huge part of the TV talent show business. In season 8, when Adam Lambert wanted to perform Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love, everyone said that there was no way they'd ever grant permission. But Robin was determined that it was the right song for the right contestant, and she got it done. That performance went on to become one of the most legendary in Idol history and led to the rise of Adam Lambert. She helped shape the breakout moments for stars like Benson Boone, E.M. Tongi, Philip Phillips, and even way back in season 1, Kelly Clarkson. But her influence went beyond music licensing. Former contestants remember her as the warm, steady presence backstage, quietly supporting them through high-stress moments, offering reassurance and calming their nerves. One idol said, "When you're 17 on live TV in front of millions, Robin was the person who reminded you, you're more than a performance." On July 14th, police arrived at Robin's home in Encino, Los Angeles, for a welfare check. Inside, they found Robin and her husband, Torm DeLuca, both shot dead in their living room. But the killings didn't happen that day. They had been dead for 4 days, and the warning signs were everywhere, but they were ignored. So, what happened? On July 10, a neighbor called 911 to report a man climbing the fence into Robin's yard. Shortly after, another 911 call came from inside the home. A voice whispered, "Please don't shoot me. I live here." Police rushed to the home. They searched the property from the outside, even used a drone, but they found no sign of forced entry, so they left. Can you imagine? Roughly 30 minutes later, Robin and Tom came home, and this is all on camera. They walked into their house, unaware an intruder was hiding inside. Investigators believe a struggle followed. The intruder used the couple's own gun, shot them both, and fled. Their bodies weren't discovered until 4 days later on July 14th, when a friend couldn't reach them and called police again. This time, it was too late. Police arrested 22-year-old Raymond Budarian, a man who lived nearby in Encino. He's now charged with 2 counts of murder, 1 count of burglary, and special circumstances for committing murder during a home invasion. But this case only gets more tragic the deeper you look. Budarian had a history of violent criminal behavior. He'd been arrested in recent years for battery, threatening family members, and using weapons. But each time, charges were dropped after he was ruled mentally incompetent. They placed him in a mental health diversion program, then released him back into the public, without supervision. And that 911 call? Actually, 2 calls. A report of a man jumping the fence, a plea for help from inside the house, but no forced entry. Many are calling it a major failure by the LAPD, an avoidable tragedy. But why did he do it? That's the chilling part. Police say that the suspect didn't know Robin or Tom. There was no robbery, no personal vendetta, no connection whatsoever. He broke in, he hid, and when the couple came home, he snapped. Investigators believe it was likely fueled by severe mental illness. Even the eerie 911 call points to a man in full mental crisis. This wasn't just a murder, it was preventable. But the system let him fall through the cracks, and Robin and Tom paid the price. Raymond Budarian appeared in the Southern California courtroom on July 17th for the first time. His arraignment was postponed to August 20th, where he faces life without parole, or possible death penalty. He remains held without bail. A spokesperson from American Idol called Robin's death devastating, saying she was a cornerstone of the Idol family who helped shape the show's musical identity for over a decade. Famous judge Randy Jackson called her a dear friend, someone who constantly went the extra mile for the contestants and everyone around her. She made Idol feel human. So far, Simon Cowell and Paula Abdul haven't made public statements. Robin Kay helped create some of the most unforgettable music moments in TV history. And yet, the woman who gave so much behind the curtain was let down by the very system meant to protect her. At Talent Recap, we often celebrate the stars who stand center stage. But today, we honor one who stood behind the curtain. A quiet force who shaped the American Idols we came to love. Gone too soon, but left a lasting impact. So let us remember her name, Robin Kay. Rest in peace. I'm Sofia for Talent Recap, and thanks for watching.